Are you somebody who really loves to give, and you get so much joy and pleasure out of giving and being in service to and for other people, and yet you sometimes feel like, why didn't they do that for me? I would have done that for them. Or you're always the one reaching out to your friends, making sure they're okay, and they're not doing the same for you. If this is you, then stay tuned, because this is what we're going to be going over in this video, is what can we do to come more into balance with giving and receiving? How can we open to receive? What does that even mean? What does that look like? So, I'd like to start with this beautiful awareness around gratitude and an open heart, and what that means for being open to receive. I have just completed this 30-day challenge that I did for myself on Instagram, where every single day I post something that I am grateful for on my stories. And this has been a really powerful way for me to not only tune more into what am I grateful for in my life, but to also be sharing that, to be safe enough to feel like I can share what I am grateful for, and it's not like, oh, no one will care or anything like that. It's like, no, I'm going to do this for myself, because when we are witnessed, that energy that we're cultivating of gratitude or whatever it may be is so much stronger. And also, we get to share that gift of being grateful and tuning into what we're grateful for. And then for others to see that as well, and to maybe be inspired of, oh, what am I grateful for? What can I maybe think about or feel into today that has been going well for me, and that I can, feel that gratitude and love and appreciation for right here, right now. So when I started this, it actually all got inspired by this cacao ceremony that I had joined. It was my first ever cacao ceremony, and cacao is known to be heart opening, right? It's such a beautiful plant medicine to step into for having that open heart. And so I got inspired by this ceremony and the way that it did open my heart. And so I was like, okay, let's go. Let's anchor this frequency in. How can I do that? Okay, I can do that through this challenge, right? So now, after 30 days, I completed the challenge. And what has been landing so powerfully for me is, okay, first of all, why do we even get to the point of having a closed heart? What is that all about? And so for me, one of the reasons why that happened for me in my life is because I was bullied for 2 years when I was 12 in school. And during that time, I really had nobody to speak with. I didn't feel safe to speak with my parents about what was going on because they were going through a divorce. My sister, I didn't feel safe to share anything with her either. And so it was a lonely time. And having experienced that in my life, that sense of being rejected for who you are, not feeling safe to be yourself, and being rejected in multiple different ways, physically, emotionally, on so many levels. So no wonder that when we go through these kinds of things, we shut down our heart, we close our heart, because it is not safe for us to be open and be ourselves when we're in that kind of situation as a child, right? So having experienced that, and other obviously traumatizing things in life, there are multiple things, right? Those are the things that kind of create that protective layer over our heart. And there is nothing wrong with having that protective layer. And we can also be deeply grateful that happened, that there was a mechanism there to protect ourselves, to survive emotionally and mentally throughout that time. However, as adults, it is time to take responsibility for our well-being and to there's a little dog there, so cute, and to know that we do not need to continue to be in victimhood or to have this protection over our heart that means that we still do not feel safe enough to open up to other people or receiving awesome things in our life, abundance, financial windfalls, like all these beautiful things that are here waiting for us in the quantum field, that are accessible to us when we surrender into it, when we trust and when we open to receive, when we let go of that protection over our heart. So, after the 30-day challenge, thanks to doing that, my heart was more open than it was before, and it has been. And by tuning in to, okay, so how have I been getting there? And having this more open heart, those stories of protection have been becoming more evident to me, because we all have stories that our mind creates and they are part of the energy of protection, right? So, for example, if somebody doesn't get back to us and then we're like, oh, they weren't the right person for me anyway, or, oh, that's not the kind of person that I want in my life, or, these kind of stories come up of protection again because we were hurt back then. If we have been rejected by our peers or by our parents or anybody, we will have those stories that when we feel like somebody else isn't reciprocating what we are giving, we're like, oh, it's not safe, I need to withdraw straight away. However, this is the paradox. The reason why they aren't responding to us is because of our closed heart, is because energetically we aren't open, we're closed, we're protecting ourselves. So energetically there isn't the space for them to even come in. We keep on giving and giving and giving because it's easy to give. It's easy to give, but what about receiving? What about opening up to receive? To actually allow that person to reciprocate. And also, one really beautiful thing that was landing with me recently is how when we give, but say, oh no, I don't need support, it's okay. Oh, thanks for the compliment, but when we struggle to accept love, accept compliments or support or service, whatever it may be, we are actually doing that other person a disservice because we're not allowing them to give to us. So that thing that we love so much to give to others, we are actually not allowing the other person to do that for us. When we're like, oh no, I don't need support, it's fine, don't worry about it, don't worry yourself. We're not allowing them the gift of giving. So this is why it's so important for us to learn, how can we open to receive? How does that work? And so being in gratitude every day, and it doesn't have to be an Instagram challenge, it can be writing in our journal every single day, what are we grateful for? It can be 3 words, it can be a whole page every day. Tuning ourselves into that frequency of gratitude. We can literally go into meditation and tune into that feeling of gratitude there and simply feel gratitude. That's it. And allow ourselves to feel that. If we're doing that half an hour every day in meditation, we are tuning ourselves into that frequency more, whether it's through journaling or meditating. Tuning ourselves into that frequency of gratitude brings more of it into our life. And then from that place of being grateful, that is already us tuning into our heart. Gratitude is such a heart center emotion or feeling. And by tuning into our heart, we are opening our heart. And by opening our heart, we are opening up our energy field to receive. And so tuning into our heart every day, holding space for our heart, asking our heart, what do you need? What's coming up? Or simply in meditation, tuning in. Again and again, focusing on our heart, focusing our heart space. And what we can also do is we can allow ourselves to fall into openness. So it's basically practicing surrender. And I've literally just finished the book from Michael Singer, The Surrender Experiment. And that is such a beautiful book for opening, for trusting, for surrendering into the flow of life and allowing ourselves to trust that what is coming for us is meant to be. And we may have those stories of, no, I don't want to be doing that. That's not what I like. I don't like that. I don't want this. Or we can say, oh, life has given me this. Let's roll with it. Let's see what happens. And that may not be the right thing to do for everything. It's also very, very healthy to have good boundaries for things that aren't good for us and to say no. That is also a very powerful thing. But it's really about saying yes to those things that will really, really support us and benefit us. And another way that we can help ourselves to identify, what are those things that I'm meant to be doing, is to tune into our heart when something is coming to us and ask, is this for me? And if there's an uprising of energy, then yes, it is. If there's a protection energy, kind of like downward energy, then no, it's not. And that's actually how I came out here today, because I was feeling really tired today and I was thinking, I really want to have more rest. I'm feeling really tired. And I asked my heart, because I also had this idea of coming out into the woods, going for a walk, maybe recording. And I asked my heart, what am I meant to do? Is it for the higher service for me to come out into the woods? And I could feel this excitement, this beautiful energy rising up within me. I was like, whoa, okay, I'm definitely meant to be coming into the woods. And I asked, so I'm not meant to be relaxing? I'm not meant to be resting? I was like, no. So it's like, okay, cool. And that's how we can align ourselves and shift onto our highest timeline, which is only a concept because we're always on our highest timeline. But it's a paradox, right? We can also use our free will to come up into a higher state, a better state of being, a better life. So one more thing that I'd really like to share about opening to receive is that we can also simply tune into our energy field and open up our energy field. And I've been doing that today. And it's so interesting because it's uncomfortable for me right now to open up to that extent because I'm not used to it yet, right? So I've had it a few times today where I've opened up my energy field and it feels really good because opening means, opening to receive, and that's beautiful. But my body is still remembering when it wasn't safe. So my nervous system has been like, no, don't do it. It's not safe to open up like that. And then I've got to speak with my nervous system and be like, I've got this. It's all good. We can do this. We can open up, and it is safe right now to do so. And tuning into the nervous system and allowing it to calm and being there for it, and really, just calming it by bringing good energy to the nervous system. So it's a journey, right? And we get to honor all the different kind of layers within ourselves, and we get to know that it is a process, and it doesn't have to be like, I'm fully open now and let's go, where's all the stuff, I want to receive all the stuff. It's like, no, it's okay, step by step. Nervous system might not feel so safe yet, Let's open up for a bit. Maybe it'll go back again. But as long as we keep having that intention of wanting to open up, wanting to open up to receive, and to receive more and feel worthy within ourselves to receive, because we are all worthy to receive. Each and every one of us are worthy to receive. And we get to cultivate that. We get to open up to that. We get to allow ourselves to fall into the arms of the divine. And this is my last and final point. Opening up in this way also means that we are opening up to Source, to God. Because opening means connection, means safety, means trust, means opening up to love, opening our hearts. Our hearts are where we can access the 0 point field, which is God, which is Source. And so when we have more open hearts, we can connect more easily to this space. When we are opening our energy field, we are opening it to the connection of God, of Source, of the divine. And so from this space, we can remain more connected. And that automatically means living on an even better timeline for ourselves. Because being connected with Source is bringing heaven onto earth, right? We are living a life where we are feeling into the illusion of separation. That's how we are born, and we live the first part of our lives. We believe that we are separate from one another, from everything around us, from Source. And then throughout our lives, it's that journey of reconnecting again, of finding Source again, of finding God again, and realizing that each and every one of us are God, our Source. We are all consciousness. We are all connected with everything. Everything is perfect, exactly the way that it is. And love is at the basis of everything. Source, love, the divine, that loving energy is at the basis of everything. It's the fundamental energy that is behind everything that we get to experience in our physical reality. And so by tuning in to our heart, by tuning into the 0 point field, into the stillness of the divine, we are bringing forward that loving, joyful, fun energy into our lives so we can actually live the most beautiful life right here. We don't need to wait to die until we feel great. No, this is it. This is where it's at. We can feel great right here. We can live the best life right now. So, I hope that you got something out of this. And as always, the invitation is there to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And do give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what resonated, what landed. And I am so thankful and such deep gratitude and reverence to be here on this journey with you. And I'm super excited to see you in the next video.